Heyo! What's up, fuckers? Everybody miss me? What a day that was. What a day. That was rough. Feel stronger. You got that right. So, it was rough. It snowed. I can't believe it snowed. And then there's weird stuff. Okay. Remember the weird stuff we were talking about? Okay. So, I'm at work. And I know I've been able to do something like similar to this before, but it's like, yeah. And you can stand at the front and give your announcement by the window. That's fine. I'm not going to look. And then, needless to say, why the job? And so I'm in the aisle, pitching these boxes and shit. And now I've been able to do this before with people that's not even in view. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, how do you know who is coming around the corner by facial recognition? Not by name. Way down there, I can't see. Like my boss. Or somebody else. Just I'm baffled. Okay? It's baffling. Yeah, so I'm sitting here driving on the way home. I'm like, oh crap. The snow. The snow. People out there right now. And I get to the car and I look at the door and I put the key in and I'm like, oh no. I can't open the door. It's the frozen lock. Oh. So I'm like, oh, don't do this to me today. So I kicked the lock on the door really hard. I think I put a little dent on the side, but whatever. I kicked it pretty hard. It came unstuck. And I got in and I was driving down the road. I swear. I must have been the slowest driver on this roads. The slowest. I've lived in Tennessee forever, right? And if we get snow down there, it's like you just don't drive. I mean, I can drive in it. Don't get me wrong, but I can't drive in it like y'all up here. Okay, so it's getting snowed in, like it's coming down, and the roads are like have a thin layer on it. And I'm driving like 35, 40 in a 55. A couple people just you. Okay. I'm like, give me a break. I ain't used to this shit. I'm driving down the road and I slid a couple of times, almost to the side, and then one time I was like, okay, I better turn my 5G on. I'm getting some motherfucking stuck. At least somebody knows where I'm at. So I turned it on. I kind of get stuck on a corner. I stupidly turned down a different road. I shouldn't have turned down a different road, but I did. I was tired of the fake, whatever. And then I was like, okay, this was a bad idea. So I said, I'm gonna come to this stop sign. I'm gonna turn left. I know where I'm at. I know where I'm at. I come to the stop sign. Push on the brake. Oh, we ain't stopping. We ain't stopping. We just getting past the stop sign. And I'm like, oh, well, so much for turning left. I stopped. I finally came to a halt, and then I drove into a driveway, and I backed out, and I was like, because there was two individuals that specifically, okay. And I was like, okay. So I'm going to do a U-E. I'm going to go down that road. I'm going to get back on the main road because it's the safest place to be is the main road, not these side fucking roads, okay? So I really didn't give a shit at that point. I was like, get on the main road. I get to the end of, what is this road? 23, I think it was. I'm not even sure. 23 or 50, I don't know. And I'm about to come to the stop sign. And my wheel goes, and I'm like, no, don't do this shit to me. That's Missouri. What's up? Yeah, it's like, don't do this. Don't go to the ditch. Don't go to the ditch. It just stopped right before I got into the fucking grass. And I was like, I don't know how I stopped before I got to the ditch. But I stopped before I got to the ditch. And I was like, okay, we can keep driving. Finally, the main road, 61, right? Finally, we get to the main road. And somebody was nice enough to help me out a little bit, telling me to turn my headlights on, my brights, blah, blah, blah. Don't ask. I thank them for it. And I finally get down the road. There goes the highway patrol. Oh, there goes the sheriff's car. Oh. It's like a sensation is undescribable. It don't even have to be light outside. Some hot tea will do you. I'm tired. Then finally make it back, and on the way back into the Candlewood, oh my god, the roads were even worse here because it's the side roads. So I get to the D gate, and I'm like, well, before I do, the stop sign, and then there's a D gate in front of you off 59. I'm like, yeah, I gotta slow down before I get to the stop sign. Step on the brakes. Still skidding down the fucking D gate. And I'm like, please don't crash into the gate. And I finally came to a halt. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go 2 miles an hour. Beep. Finally made it in there. And then after that, I just was like, nope, we're not doing anymore. We going 10 miles an hour going home. Not 20, 10. So I drove all the way back. I was like, okay. And I come up to the side right before you turn. What was it? The name of this road right here. Is it Briar? No, it ain't Briar. Anyway, road before like this house, catty corner to the circle at the end or whatever. And I come to the stop, and this stop, I still fucking skidded. And I made the turn, and then I drove up to the driveway, and I tried to stop because I was only going 10 miles an hour, and I'm still skidding past my driveway. And I back up and park. Like, holy crap. And then when I did back up, I still was skating backwards. It was crazy. That was crazy. That was a crazy drive. But at least I come on here and say hello to y'all. That's a woof. Shit. I ain't used to it. Yeah, I don't know. I went forward past the driveway. Started going more forward. And then I got back up. Backing up. Went past the driveway again. Hell no. And then I drove in the parking lot very, very slowly and sat and parked the car. Okay. I opened the door. I was like, this is some crazy shit. Fucking snow. And then even on the lunch break, I had to sit there by the window. I didn't give a shit at this point. I was like, okay, there's snow coming down. Over there, the window. Couldn't help it. It's like, I haven't seen that much snow in I don't know how long. But I had to take a picture of it. Just send it to my mom and everybody else. Put it on my Facebook. Like, look, snow. And all the people I knew in Tennessee that were on the Facebook were like, whoa. Some of them were like, Ashley's on there, and she sent me a message. She said, I am so jealous right now. I said, bitch, you're going to see me on a stream one day going down the hill on a sled. Yeah, that's going to be a wild stream. Yep. That's going to be fun. Ooh, sleepy now. Hate having to back. I don't know what's going to go on tomorrow morning. I guess I better prepare. We'll see what happens when I pull out. And definitely not used to driving on covered roads. And you know what? It's so funny. They don't close the school here for that much snow. Now, if you're in Tennessee and you get this much snow on a road, I hope it will too. Then school's closed. Goodbye milk. Goodbye bread. It's off the shelf before you even get a chance. After they hear the word snow, everything's gone. Water bottles, the bread, the milk, the egg. Forget it. They done went to the store and got everything off the shelves thinking it's going to be a giant hurricane snowstorm. Okay? And then I come here, I'm like, oh no, that's not a big deal. I'm like, and then I'm sitting there like, oh, even if it's an emergency snowstorm, we still got to report it. What? It don't matter. You still have what? Yeah. I'm like, damn. So I just better get used to it. It's gonna take some practicing. I hope it will melt too. Well, I lied. It was so pretty. I had to take a picture. I hope it stays, but not on the roads. That's all I ask. That's it. As long as it's not on the road, I'm fine. And then I had to ask around. I asked why everybody has rusty cars, and I seen that when I came up here, and I was like, why is there so rust everywhere? And then it turns out that's because they put a lot of salt out there every winter, and I'm like, that makes sense, metal, salt. So you bet your ass my car's gonna be washed on a weekly. It's gonna be no every once in a blue moon. If you all putting salt like that on there and make rust, I'm gonna go in that fucking car wash every week. And I already seen some rust like on the inside where the motor part is and things. I looked under the hood. I'm not too appeased with that. I'm just curious if I can use Rust-Oleum on some of it, but I'm not too sure. I asked my dad this, and he says no. He says you can't spray Rust-Oleum on an alternator. It's full of rust. You still can't. Okay. Because that's the alternators kind of have the rust on it. I don't want to. It's already making a funny squeak sound. We fixed the squeaking serpentine belt, okay, together, me and my dad. But then there's now a new squeak on there I can't figure out. As I start it, and every now and again. I'm not sure what it is. But then that check engine light comes on. So I'm thinking maybe put the fixed app in there. See what's going on. Other than that, the day has been a day. But I didn't want to leave people out. I know I really care about the people that come on here and watch my streams and enjoy and chit chat and everything else. It's pretty cool. I just want to make time out of the day for everybody that, comes on the stream. That's at least once or twice a day. If not, you know what we're doing. Science. Again, side project, science project, art, which we didn't finish the galaxy yet, but we will. And the volcano too, as well. And I'm fucking. You know how it is. You watch my streams, you know who I am, what I am, or what I do, and things like that. And a couple of games here and there. Dress up like idiots, wearing a mask. Actually, I thought about this. I was going to buy a couple of different masks and change it up on some of the streams. Like yesterday, I had a fake wig on with the greenish, bluish hair thing, and then my cat ear things, and then it was crazy. I was like, oh, this is wild. And then, so I do that, and then I'll get a whole bunch of different ones and make different designs. And then, like, when we start doing games, I'll put the shit on. I got 3 different wigs, I think. Yeah. We'll come up with something crazy on some of these. I have to add some emotes, some points things so you can hit the points. No, I ain't doing DoorDash anymore. I find that when I started to do the DoorDashing, I wasn't really making anything out here. And for one, I had to drive 30 minutes out of my way to sit there in some random parking lot and wait for an order, right? Because it's the only area that did it. Around here, there's not really any DoorDash. And I don't understand, like, the map will tell me, it doesn't give me Mansfield, it doesn't give me Mount Gilead. I don't understand this because I live in Mount Gilead, so I don't understand why it's not giving me the surrounding. I don't understand that. Like, it'll give me the lower half, but it won't give me the top. I don't understand that. And then, so I was just sitting there. I'm in this 30-minute town, away of town, and I'm not getting like jack shit for orders. And then you get 2 options now on DoorDash. You can either make $10 an hour, or you can make per order now. And I was like thinking to myself, so if I logged into DoorDash and I just sat in a stinking parking lot for like 4 hours DoorDashing, I'd make $40. And then I was like, well, I'm not getting orders. But you make more when you get an order than you would just making $10 an hour sitting in a fucking parking lot. You see what I'm saying? Because I figured if I did that, they would just start piling up orders on me just for the hell of it. It's not worth $10 an hour if you gotta do 15 $2 orders. That's not making money. That's losing money. Okay? That's why I did it per order. But if I'm not getting any orders, and apparently I'm still top dasher, I get the highest paid priority, but I still ain't getting enough orders to make enough anything. So I just said, fuck it. It's not worth it. I mean, at the time, it's still, like, the dash would end because I'd sit there forever. I would sit in this parking lot forever with 2 orders tops. Not enough to pay for a fucking tank of gas. And I was like, well, fuck this shit. And Dash said, your dash is up. I'm like, so I'm 30 minutes out in another town, door dashing. Right? And I was like, fuck, we'll just do a stream. You remember that? I don't know if you watched this stream before, but we went up that zigzaggedy fucking twisted up stairway that went way up in the sky. Yeah, that was part of that town. Was it Mount Vernon? But yeah, it's ridiculous. So there's no more door dashing, y'all. I'm sorry. It just doesn't seem feasible or a good enough extra income, I should say. I'd prefer not to be priority dasher, considering that if I wasn't, I'd get orders, even if they were like $3. Not reading on somebody that's going to give you a giant tip and you're $6. No, that's rare on there. In a quarter, it says over 900 something deliveries in a lifetime of over a 2-year time frame. That's pretty fucking a lot of fucking DoorDash orders. That's, I'm not even gonna go into Tennessee. Oh my god. That was a trip in itself, just doing that. So, anyways, I'm gonna get off here. I came on here, like I said, I came on here to say hello. I like, hanging out with people, even if they're all over the place. And I don't have a lot of friends, and I have really big, now, I never did before, some gigantic trust problems with the world now. It's like I get it at one point, and then there's a me that says, don't do it. Do you know they're going to do something awful? Because it's been done too many times. Like, I'll listen, and then, I'll listen. And then it's like bullshit. And I'm like, what's the point? And whoever knows what I'm talking about. Like, I was sitting in a parking lot. Was it Friday? So I said, oh, come follow me. Oh, fuck it. Follow. Fuck it. Ended up in a parking lot for enlisting. I was like, really? So I sat there and I debated. Maybe if somebody would have walked to the car, I probably would have got out. But it was just so weird. It's weird. No person in their life should be able to do such things. So I said it don't really feel human. But it's okay. I'm not going to do this on the stream either. It's just not going to happen. It's very strange. Let me make money. Let me make for my kids. And I miss my son, Julian. I can't wait for this weekend. I'm going to go see my son. Trying to make as much moolah as I can right now. It's been a really rough year. I still haven't even gotten Christmas presents for the kids yet. That's how rough it's been. It's like bill after bill after bill after bill, and then everybody's like, "Here, come with me." I'm like, why? I don't find a purpose in this. This, whatever you want to call it. I don't find a purpose. There's like no useful skill for it. There's no use for it. It's ridiculous. But yet I have not found somebody like this. I'm guessing I'm not going to. This is okay. Like right now. You know what you're doing. So anyways, with that said, enough of weird now. And let's call it evening because it's 8:45 and I'm dead tired. So good night to you too. Hopefully we see y'all again sometime on the stream, like in the morning, because the new schedule is early a.m. Which I don't know about tomorrow, because if it's icy, you're going to see my ass going 20 miles an hour on the road. Good night. Good night, world.